we're going to quickly make some master pages in InDesign. Master pages are great because you can put things that you need on every single page of your document on just one page, and it's going to set up your documents so that way they are all ready to go. And then you can just do the changes on the master page as well. So they make designing way more efficient and easy. So let's create a new document. Now for this new document, I'm going to set up some facing pages. So I'm going to have 4 pages and I'm going to set it up as facing pages. And I'm not going to have any bleed on this. And they're just going to be 8.5 by 11s. So if your screen is not set up and does not look like mine, you can go up into your workspace and change it to Essentials Classic. Once you've done that, open up the Pages tab. Sometimes I like to just drag the Pages tab out, especially when I'm showing, so that way you guys can see what's going on. And you'll notice up at the top, it might be closed up a little bit, but you can just drag that down, that you have a page set to none and a page set to a master. And then you have your 4-page document underneath. And you'll notice that there's that little A up in the corners of each of the pages. What that is showing is that the A master pages are attached to these pages. They're applied to it. And you'll also notice, because we have our document set up as spreads, that there are 2 master pages showing. So anything that is on the right-hand side, so page 1 and page 3, anything that you put on the right-hand side of the A master page will show up on page 1 and page 3. Anything that you put on the left-hand side, on that left master page, will show up on page 2 and page 4. So let's check that out. I'm just going to double click in the pages on the master page, which will bring me to the master pages. And if you're not sure if you're in the right area, down at the bottom, you can double check and you can see what page you were on, and we're on a master. So let me just bring this over here for now. So to double check that, what is going to show up on pages 2 and 4 will be on this left page right here, and what is going to show up on pages 1 and 3 will be on this right page right here. I'm going to draw 2 boxes. So I'm going to draw 1 box and 2 boxes. And you'll notice that once they're drawn, they almost look like they have this weird dot border to them. That's another way that just signifies that you're on the master pages. I'm going to go to my swatches and I'm going to make the left-hand one blue, and I'll make the right one pink. And we'll go back to our Pages tab and we can double check our theory. Oh, there we go. Of what's going on. And to get back to our regular pages, I'm just going to click on page 1. So you can see I have that pink box on page 1 and page 3. On the left-hand side, which is page 2 and page 4, I have that blue box. See? Now, what if I don't want anything attached to page 4? I don't want the blue box on page 4. I want it to be on page 2, but I don't want it to be on page 4. See that blank page up there that says none? We can click and drag that and drop it right on top of page 4. And you'll notice the A is gone, and we have now applied the none master page, so no master pages basically, to page 4. Now, what if I want something down in the bottom of each of the pages? A tagline of sorts. Well, I can set that up, and I should set that up a little bit below my margin. So I'm going to draw my text box right to the size I need it, which is 7.5 inches wide. And you'll notice that the margin, the Y is right at 10.5, but I want to give it a little bit of space so that way text that might be running to the bottom of the margin won't be right on top of that. And I can just type in newsletter, and I'll put the date 2020. And maybe for this one, the size, I want it to be right-hand aligned. So with my text tool, I'm going to select all the text, and I can just go up here to the top and right justify it. Now, what if I want the same exact text box, but on the left-hand page? And I want to make sure it's in the same spot. What I can do is with my black selection tool, which is the black arrow tool, I can select that text box, go up to Edit, Copy, and then I can say Edit, Paste in Place. And it's going to put it right on top of where it was. But over in these XY coordinates, I can change my X coordinate to 0.5, which is the margin, and it'll just zoom it right over there, but it'll keep it at the same exact Y coordinate, so they're both lined up exactly. Then I can do the same thing with my type tool, select the text, and this time I can make it left aligned. And then go back and again, double check my pages. So page 1, page 2, page 3, and still I don't have anything on page 4. And you'll notice I can't accidentally select and delete the things that were on the master pages. So that means I won't accidentally move items that I need to stay in place. So as you can see, master pages are really quick and efficient because otherwise we would have had to add the text box and line them up on all of the pages of our newsletter. And what if our newsletter was 40 or 50 pages long? You can see where master pages will make it way more efficient.